Good day, folks. This is Jayden from Heidelberg University in Ohio. Tipton, Ohio, right? I got that
Tiffin.
right? Tiffin? Ah, geez, I even got that right?
Close enough.
So he's been down here for a week on a service project with university students, about 20 students, I think?
We have 19, yeah.
19, and then a couple of advisors. And behind him is Isiah, who right now is pouring cement, or getting cement ready to be poured, and that is our fantastic Mr. Todd, who works with our project here at Back Bay. So can you share with Kevin a little bit, Jayden, what you kind of has impressed you, or what's kind of been important to you on this trip?
So about this trip, I think the most important things are just the educational aspects and the people that I normally wouldn't meet. Got to have a lot of interesting conversations with people like Bishop Black. He was one of the people that were actually involved in the wait-in in the early 60s, so that was really interesting. And then, so talking to some experts about sea level rising, that was really nice to see how that affects communities like this, and really why we're doing work like this. Getting to come here and build the house and think that a family is going to move into here, so we got to do our best to, put in the hard work and make sure everything's all right for them. It gives me a sense of accomplishment to do that. So it's really been a great trip,
And you said you primarily built the back steps, right?
The back steps, yeah. I think in a day we kind of finished a lot of that, and then they touched up the rest the next day after that. But
yeah.
It was a good chunk of work done, and I felt good about that,
And that's partly why we can, in this neighborhood, which is an impoverished neighborhood, build a house like this, right? And the reason we can sell it more reasonably is because the volunteers come out, so this can be affordable housing, and actually for a first-time home buyer and for somebody that's actually living on the poverty line or below. So this is a real gift that you come down to do this work to make a difference. Say a little bit, Jayden, about your how you ended up at Heidelberg University.
So Heidelberg had emailed me talking about coming for a visit for football. Also, one of my teammates had went on a visit, so I kind of heard about them through that. And so I set it up sometime in the fall. I went for my first visit. It was really nice. I fell in love with the campus. It was just a really welcoming, homely environment. Everybody felt like family there, and so I really loved it. I went on another visit to Concordia, Wisconsin. It didn't really have the same feeling, so I knew that Heidelberg was probably the place for me.
Oh, that's great to hear you. Concordia, Wisconsin, and Mequon? Or which one was it?
Concordia University of Wisconsin.
Yeah, was it in Mequon, north of Milwaukee?
It might have been.
Yeah, you didn't have such a good experience there. Actually, I know that campus.
It was nice. It's a nice place, but it felt more. It didn't feel as welcome.
Yeah.
It felt more cold, kind of just all business.
Yeah.
I didn't feel at home.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, because Heidelberg is connected with the United Church of Christ, which Back Bay is, and that was the Lutheran college that you visited, right? That was my former. That's one of the Lutheran colleges I went to. It was smaller after I went to the University of Chicago.
Okay, that's really good.
Yeah, but you're right. They're a bit more about business. Yeah. Oops, I'll get out of the way. I don't want to get cemented in.
That would be good.
Hey, thank you. Isiah, do you mind talking to? Yeah. Cool. So thank you, Jayden. This is Isiah, also from Heidelberg, and he's been down here working. So Isiah, what's been fulfilling for you while you've been here?
Well, I mean, I would say the biggest thing is I see kind of a lot of similarities in Biloxi as I do back home. I live in Cleveland, so I see a lot of impoverished areas, and honestly, it's really fulfilling to be able to give back to something like that on the complete other side of the country, literally going from the top of it to the bottom, like helping people that I've seen people that live like this my whole life, and being able to get out here and build a home for someone that didn't have one really makes you feel good inside, honestly.
Oh, that's really cool. I'm actually going to go up to Cleveland. That's where our United Church of Christ headquarters are.
Oh, nice.
And actually Paul is going, and a few of us are meeting up there to talk about kind of the future of how do we help young adults to get engaged, right? And find their sense of spirituality.
Definitely.
So how did you end up at Heidelberg? Because Jayden shared how he ended up here.
Yeah.
How did you end up there?
So, I mean,
He broke his finger while he was here, by the way, right?
2 thumbs up.
Yeah.
But, so, I mean, I was getting recruited by a lot of schools for football in high school, and then I just really, at first, didn't like any of them, so I decided to go powerlift at Cleveland State University, and I was commuting, nothing was really going too well, I didn't feel too good mentally, and then I had a friend that I knew since middle school that went to Heidelberg, And I talked with the coaches and everything in high school, so I set up another visit, came down there, met his friends, and just knew right away that this is where I had to be. And then I've made experiences that can't be taken lightly.
Well, it really is. Like you had shared with me before, that Heidelberg is a small school. You feel like it's family. You feel like
definitely.
They get you, and you said your
Definitely.
grades have improved and everything, mental and emotional, right?
Yeah, a lot of growth I've experienced.
So community makes a lot of difference in the people you're around.
Definitely.
So, and I'm assuming this has also solidified some friendships and relationships.
Oh, 100%. I mean, before I came here, the only people that I knew were Jayden and Bree.
Yeah.
And I went to school with 19 of the other people, and I never even really knew them. And there's not that many people on campus, so I mean, just being around them, having conversations with all of them makes you realize you need to branch out a little more.
Yeah, living together in the
Living
mission
together.
house, eating together, traveling
Exactly.
together, building together, making a difference together. Yeah.
Bring people together.
Yeah. Well, Jayden and Isiah, thanks for your time here
you.
and your energy and everything you're
Of course,
doing.
trying.
Yeah,
Trying.
for sure. Makes a big difference.
Of course, thank you.
So we want to thank the students for being down here, the Heidelberg students and students from Catawba University, both historic United Church of Christ universities, fantastic. Young adults who are really making a huge difference, right? Because we have no idea who's going to be living in this house right now, but it's going to change their life and it's going to transform their life. And honestly, we talk about transforming neighborhoods, transforming lives. This is part of our transformation that happens for each of us, because we believe that a roof over your head, clean water, right, good food, and love, those are all human rights that we should all have together. So thank you for joining me today. Very much appreciate it.